President of the American Islamic Forum for Democracy, Zuhdi Jasser, joins me now. It's good to see you, Zuhdi. And how do you react as a U.S. citizen when you see us paying the Iranians for what appears to be the release of other U.S. citizens?
I have to tell you, as the son of Syrian immigrants who escaped persecution from the Assad regime, I see my country doing this now, and I'm just horrified. I mean, we are basically paying this ransom. We're paying a regime that is funding terrorism around the world, that is operating under the premise that America will bend over to their intimidation. And what we've done now is pay them not to help their infrastructure, which the Obama administration foolishly thinks that we're somehow going to believe that the Iranian economy is going to be using this for the people, but rather it's going to be used to buy missiles from Russia, to help the Assad regime continue the genocide against our families in Syria. This is not the work of the America I know. And number two, it will fuel more terrorism. It will fuel the Iranian regime. The allies, our allies in Iran, are the citizens, the people in the prisons.
It's the Green Revolution.
See the pictures. Exactly. Those are the real allies of the American citizens.
So how do we help those people in Iran? I remember it was several years ago, the young people in Iran, the people we refer to as members of the Green Revolution, were standing up, but it doesn't appear the United States did anything to help them. And you bring up our allies. I mean, our allies in Saudi Arabia, for lack of a better, observation, they fund the Wahhabis who fund the Sunni, backed ISIS. I mean, I can't say what happens to the United States, but we're damned if we do, damned if we don't. So how do we help the Green Revolution members?
Well, Adam, just jump quick to the Saudi issue. One of the reasons over 90% of the terrorism committed against the West is committed by Sunni radicals, from the Brotherhood to Hamas to ISIS, is because of the flow of money from here to there and from the Saudis to the West and mosques and organizations, etc. So now wait, as they start getting cash heavy in Iran, as I hope Boeing is listening to this, as 42 national security experts have told Boeing today in a letter, stop, do not invest in Iran because you are supporting a terrorist state. As we start to pump money into Iran, that money will begin to start showing the West that we're going to be threatened by Shia radicalism from Hezbollah, Assad regime, and others. It's going to be open season. And the reason our country does not deal with terrorists, it tells them that we are weak. And these thugs will then say, you know what? We can start to grab American citizens, and within 6 months, we can wait it out. They will eventually make a deal with us covertly and say they didn't.
So what would be the best way for our country to reach those people, the young people we were talking about, who would be opposed to the current Iranian regime, the members of the Green Revolution? What can we do?
Well, we can, number one, do what we, say what we mean and mean what we say, both on a diplomatic level and at the grassroots, and not abandon them. We can say that we will not work with terrorists, we will not work with Islamists, we will work for secular change in Iran, work to defend minorities, the Baha'is and other aggrieved, oppressed citizens that don't have any religious freedom. If they see us stand for those principles and continue to erect, one of the reasons we've not seen the threat of terrorism that we have from the Sunnis is because of our economic sanctions. And I think the people of Iran don't want to see us lift that. They thought we were their allies. Now they see us lift it. They're seeing us not towards regime change, but actually regime development. So they want to see us continue to try to break the economic back of their oppressors and begin to help civil society changes within the grassroots of the Iranian people.
Zuhdi Jasser, it's a troubling day because, as you've said, this opens the door for potentially at risk other Americans who might be in the Middle East, and it's not a good thing that we're witnessing here. I appreciate you joining us.
Thank you. Appreciate it, Adam.